Hey friends, it is Tuesday. Now, yesterday we learned about lines of symmetry. What? Right, lines of symmetry, which we know that line of symmetry goes right down the center of an object, and we know it's a line of symmetry if it goes down the center and both sides are the exact same image. It has an exact reflection on the other side, all right? Now today, we're going to go into more of types of lines. Types of lines. What? Right, types of lines. The three types of lines that we're learning today are called parallel, intersecting, and perpendicular. All right, say them with me. Say parallel, intersecting, perpendicular. Now, if you notice, let's look at this picture on the screen. Parallel lines, they never touch. They just go straight up and down. They can go whoop, sideways, up the other side, but they will never ever touch, okay? Now let's look at perpendicular lines. Now, perpendicular lines go straight across, okay? Straight up and down, straight across. They actually make what we call 90-degree angles. When it goes straight across and up and down, that it kind of makes a perfect square. Here, let's look at the perpendicular on the screen. It can make a perfect little square where the lines actually meet. Now, say intersecting. Oh, the line can intersect anyway, it doesn't matter. It can go anyway as long as they touch. Now, an intersecting line, you know, it's not parallel, it's not perpendicular because it doesn't just go straight across, but they just meet at any point. They just have to cross paths, okay? Now, I'm going to play this fun little video that gives you a song to go along with parallel lines never meet, intersecting lines make V's, and perpendicular lines make 90 degrees.
Put your hands in the air with me. Ooh, ooh.
You'll find lines that are perpendicular on the rectangle's perimeter. Or let's break it down even simpler. They make right angles in particular.
Parallel lines never meet. Intersecting lines make V's. Perpendicular lines meet at 90 degrees. Put your hands in the air with me. Parallel, intersecting, perpendicular, they're rectangular.
Now let's talk about detecting if two lines are intersecting. It's the term that we select if at any point two lines connect.
Parallel lines never meet. Intersecting lines make V's. Perpendicular lines meet at 90 degrees. Put your hands in the air with me. Parallel, intersecting, perpendicular, they're rectangular.
Will never touch, then you can tell that those two lines are parallel. Like these telephone wires up above the street, parallel lines will never meet.
Parallel lines never meet. Intersecting lines make V's. Perpendicular lines meet at 90 degrees. Put your hands in the air with me. Parallel, intersecting, perpendicular, they're rectangular.
That song, right? Now we're going to do some quick practice with our types of lines, okay? Parallel, perpendicular, and intersecting. We have to decide what kind of lines each one of these are, okay? Who's ready? I'm ready. Now let's look at the first one. Now, let's see. What kind of line is this? Is it parallel, which means they don't meet? Is it intersecting, which means they can cross at any point? Or is it perpendicular, going straight up and down and across, make 90 degrees? I would say parallel lines never meet. This is the easiest one because they don't touch, right? All right, now let's look at the next one. Now we know this is not parallel because these lines touch and parallel lines don't meet. They don't know each other, right? So is this perpendicular, which means it makes 90 degrees with that little square that we can perfectly make? Or is it intersecting? Yep, it's perpendicular. Look, it makes 90 degrees, a perfect square when they cross. All right, now let's look at this line. Ooh, I remember hearing that intersecting lines make V's. So I can look at this and I automatically know that it's an intersecting line. Look at this one. Is this parallel? No, because it doesn't go up and down like this. Parallel doesn't know each other. Remember, they don't meet. Is it perpendicular? Nah, because it doesn't go straight up and down and across to make that perfect 90 degrees right there, or that square. So I would go with intersecting. All right, now our secret word for today is the Minions. You remember that movie? I really like that movie. The Minions, right? Got it. Okay, now our next sign. Is this parallel, perpendicular, or intersecting? Yep, they are parallel because they don't meet. Okay, let's go to our very last one. Is this parallel, perpendicular, or intersecting? Definitely perpendicular because it goes straight up and down, right across, and it makes that perfect 90-degree angle or that little square. All right, guys, you did awesome today. Let's do, what cheer? Yell out a cheer to me. What should we do? All right, let's do McDonald's cheer. Get ready, go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. See you tomorrow.